Next up in the notes, we've got ALGORAB AM podcast. I saw flip of the switch in the whatchamacallit, in the live whatever.
In the YouTube chat.
Yes, Spatula. Yes, that interview with Alec was a pre-record because he's not able to do super lates. He's in England and he was, he had to do a pre-record. So flip of the switch is in the chat, and he did a very cool podcast this week with an interview with a guy from Spear, which is like the anti-piracy. They role play as the cops. The racing community and ED really need to be given tools. Absolutely, Kate. 100%. So yeah, ALGORAB AM, phenomenal shit. If you are not subscribed to ALGORAB AM on YouTube or not YouTube, Apple iTunes or Google Podcast or wherever you get podcasts, man, you're doing it wrong. They've got good shit. Go and go and subscribe. It's good stuff. Also, there's a new Elite podcast, Elite Comms Check by Commander APOC V, APOC 5. It's APOC_V, but it's APOC 5. Go and check it out. He kind of does just sort of random little snippet kind of things, like, hey, it's similar to kind of, I don't want to say it's similar to Galnet News Digest, but it's like just topical little things. It might be 3 in 1 week and then none for a while and then, whatever. Like, he just drops little short form content sort of whenever he feels like it. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just a matter of, you can't get enough YouTube or podcasts or just content creators for Elite Dangerous. So go support him. Down to Earth Astronomy dropped a video, 75% plus. Really, it's about 80%, but he's a very, very conservative guy. So he put 75% plus better frames per second in EDO. So there is a setting that you can change, which actually Frontier didn't do this. It was the guys who make the CAS, the AMD CAS, that did it, but they allowed for it in their software. There's a thing called SUPERSAMPLING, and then the opposite of that is subsampling, or I forget, whatever. It's text shit. But if there's a link in the show notes, and Roy is posting it right now, CAS, whatever. There's a setting you can put in Elite Odyssey, which if you have, well, really, any AMD CAS is open to anything. NVIDIA has their own proprietary, but AMD is just open to anybody. You can use this. You're going to lose an amount of your graphic settings that you probably won't even realize. Like, it subsamples it and then it upsamples it. So basically you won't even really realize the difference. But it will make you go from basically 35 frames per second to like 68 frames per second. It's really good. Link is in the show notes. Go check it out. Obviously, we are huge fans of Down to Earth Astronomy here at Elite Week, and love his shit. It's phenomenal. So yeah. SAG-I magazine put out issue 37. Now, they talked about a whole lot of stuff. First off, they talked about grenades, because, everybody's all about that new Odyssey shit. And they were like, hey, here's how grenades work. Here's some stuff you might not have known. Here's the whole top to bottom about grenades. Then they talked about Sunto relics. Now, Sunto relics seems like a facile thing. It seems like, hey, that's a, yes, beloved, I am way blasted. I've been drinking a lot of vodka and a lot of whiskey straight, and also some beer. But anyways, Soontil relics are an interesting thing because it seems facile on the surface. It's like, hey, it's a what do you call it? It's a rare. It's a new rare. But I mean, not new in that it's been there for forever, but like it's another rare. It's no big deal. But if you get into the descriptions of what it is, Soontil relics are really sort of a very interesting thing. So there is a Soontil system which is registered in the game. You can go to Soontil, but you won't find Soontil relics there. They're in another system where they're sold. And when you dig into the lore, i.e. what's written in the description of it, they're not Thargoid or Guardian. They could be fakes, but they've been authenticated to be over 10,000 years old. There's multiple types. Like, to me, if you put 2 and 2 together, like, legit, this seems like this is proof of a fourth race that Frontier has just never gotten around to, like, acknowledging, but, like, they have acknowledged officially if you read the lore of the Soontil relics. This is a fourth race, because we're in 3301. Spoiler alert, in 2301, 10,000 years before, humanity hadn't extended out to the stars, so in order for there to be alien legitimate artifacts, right, that are 10,000 years old plus, that come from multiple species that don't match Thargoids or Guardians, that's saying that it's a fourth race that has managed to keep itself hidden from us thus far. Like, legit, it's just a little text in a throwaway whatever, but it's official. It's in the game. In, like, you can read it, you can look it up in that rare. Like, that's proof of a fourth race. I find that hugely exciting. I just looked over and saw that Roy had a thing about the down to earth thing. Hop in.
Just a quick point, because I didn't realize this until you said it, but the AMD, the CIS thing, I thought you needed to have an AMD video card to use that. Are you saying you can just use it whenever?
The
no matter which card you have?
The NVIDIA super sampling thing, you need to have an NVIDIA card to access. The AMD thing is a universal. Any computer, any card, it doesn't matter. That's made to be universal for anything.
Cool.
So, everyone, go look in the show notes, click on the link. If you can't wait, if you're watching it live and you're like, I must have it right now, I can't wait till tomorrow. Okay, go to YouTube, go to Down to Earth Astronomy, look for his video that says 75% plus increase in your frames per second. Because I am not trying to rob Down to Earth Astronomy of his fucking links. You motherfuckers better click on his fucking thing and give him credit for it. Because that dude, that fucking Danish dude, works hard. Like, he figures shit out. He looks shit up, and he's way smarter than me. And I love that guy. Like, he's such a sweetie. Do not rob him of his link. Go fucking click on his thing and subscribe to him while you're there. So that was the Soontil relic thing. There's, like, legit, like, you have to use a little bit of 2 + 2 = 4. Like, you have to figure, it's not explicitly stated, but if you look into it, the fact that there are, like, they had in the lore of the game, they have dated it to being over 10,000 years old. There's no way that that was humans. So, and they say clearly it wasn't Thargoids or Guardians. Frontier has low-key said there's a fourth alien race that is hidden from us that is either in the game or somehow there's 10,000-year-old plus fakes, which means we didn't do it, which means, okay, so there's Thargoid or Guardian art. fakers, or there's a fourth race in the game. Now, with the way everything is going with Frontier right now, you know, it's hard to like get your hopes up with anything, but like that's kind of cool. And big salute to SAG-I Magazine for finding that, because I didn't find that. SAG-I did. They also did a very cool story on the Hesperus. They did a story on the properties of light, like how light works in different atmospheres, the properties of how light changes its color, etc. in different atmospheres. Very cool shit. The SAG-I biomorphic companions. Basically, there's a company that makes robot fake dogs and cats that is they're robots, but they're programmed to be perfect little puppies or kittens. And you can even, because they're zoomorphic companions, you can even get ones that are programmed to be always a puppy. Like they'll never grow to be a full dog. They'll be a puppy for 1,000 years. Like, to me, I see that it's all stuff that comes from in-game description of that rare, the zoomorphic companion. And I look at that and say, hey, Frontier, give us ship interiors and charge us $20 for a little puppy. Do you know how many thousands of commanders would right now give you $20 for a fucking puppy in their little, like a little Porthos? For those of people who watch Star Trek Enterprise, a little Porthos fucking running around. Very, very good stuff. That's right. That's right. I want a pack of puppies. People would be like, here, shut up and take my money. Give me puppies. In addition to that, they had a whole story on the Apollo 15 expedition. Here's something that I find interesting. First off, I want to give huge props to Commander Yannick for pulling off this expedition in the middle of the shitstorm that is Odyssey. Tweaked. Roy, I'm asking both of you. Do you know what was the name of the command module for the mission Apollo 13? The piece of shit that failed repeatedly so many times that they had to scrub the mission, and if it weren't for the heroic efforts of the crew on board and the crew on the ground at Houston, it would have meant the death of the astronauts that went up on Apollo 13?
I have two guesses.
Guess number one is?
I'm not Googling it. Beagle?
Incorrect. Guess number two?
Gumdrop?
Incorrect.
Ah.
The answer of the piece of shit tech that failed so hardcore that they had to scrub the mission and it almost killed everyone on board was Odyssey. The command module name was Odyssey.
Oh, I'm thinking of the landers. Sorry.
Yeah. Never mind. In addition to that, they had a whole thing on the Adamastor, the Hesperus, the whole, like, very, very, very good stuff. SAG-I Magazine. If you're not subscribed, if you're not subscribed to their YouTube channel, to their podcast, if you don't look at the first week of every month for their website
PDF.
for the new PDF, you are missing out, because it is good stuff. Scrolling down in the show notes, what do we have next? We've got StealthBoy put out combat basic training. We highlighted StealthBoy a week or two ago with his amazing videos, and he's got another one out. This guy is putting out, like, for people who aren't huge first-person shooter guys, this guy's putting out like the ultimate guides to like how to get it done. It is legit. Obsidian Ant put out 3307 June developer update ? Exclamation point. If you have not seen it yet, he was super critical of the developer update stream that turned out to not include a developer. It was written by a CM, did not give any meaningful update, and was not a stream. It was a forum post. Go check it out. In addition to that, we've got Mike29TW. He put out a very cool video. I'm putting it up on the stream right now. I'm putting it up muted, so we'll just talk over it. Like, this is how broken the fucking AI is in Odyssey. You literally find a gate guard that's got level 1 access, stand in a place that lures him to walk in front of a door. He's got access. The door will open when he walks in front of it. He'll scan you and then fuck off, and you can walk right through the open door.
Oh, that's choice.
You're seeing it in front of you. This is not me saying something. This is
there it is.
Frontier's broken game right in front of you. Me personally, I'm not emotionally invested anymore, so I don't know. But like, wow. There's a key to every door that's, available to you. So enjoy. I'm going to leave that playing for just a moment while we move on